Hello and welcome back to Garden and Allotment Tips podcast for your latest bite-sized podcast of what we're going to talk about today. And the topic today is about saving seeds, why we should be saving flower seeds. Now, the time is coming to the end of summer, unfortunately. There's still obviously through to September, but you will notice that flowers are starting to die off, especially now that it has been so dry and not enough water. You're getting to see lots and lots of flower seeds that are, well, flower heads that are dying off. And one of them is obviously sunflowers, and another one that's happening on mine are my calendula seeds, uh, flower heads. And also I've been walking around and I've been seeing lots of other ones as well that are starting to produce flower heads. And the thing is that obviously the flower heads, a lot of them produce seeds on top, and this being especially a sunflower seed. And I've shared a video on my Instagram recently about what we should do with sunflower heads. And obviously, again, seed packets cost money, and sometimes you don't get many seeds in a packet. Now, I've grown some fantastic sunflowers this year, absolutely adorable. I bought a packet of mixed sunflower seeds, and I've got all different sunflowers growing all over the place. And I've got some beautiful teddy ones, I've got some beautiful normal sunflowers, I've got some that are red and yellow, some that are black and yellow. It's amazing how many varieties of sunflowers there are. And obviously, a sunflower head is massive, and the amount of seeds that you can get on a sunflower head is phenomenal. So, what I have done in the past is I've cut the heads off and I've put them on a shelf to dry out, ready for next year. But, however, I did that the previous year, and the rats or the squirrels or the mice ate the lot. They enjoyed them. They had a brilliant supper. They definitely did enjoy them. But I'm wanting to grow them either to grow or to eat. Yes, you can eat sunflower seeds, you can roast them. So what I did with my sunflower heads is I've chopped them off and I've hung them up in my polytunnel to dry, because it's absolutely boiling in there. They'll soon dry out, and then once they've dried out I can scrape all the seeds out of them, and we'll have absolutely hundreds of sunflower seeds for next year. And I've even been tempted to go around my local area next year and plant loads of sunflower seeds everywhere and get it looking beautiful in my area. But then I'd be a phantom sunflower planter. I've seen plenty of videos online of people doing it with different stuff like pumpkins and stuff, just planting pumpkin plants in the village and them going wild and growing pumpkins. But yeah, it's a fun idea. Why not go around planting sunflowers in your local area to make it look a lot more prettier and beautiful? So that's one thing that you can do. And obviously, like I said, there's sunflowers, and also I've been doing it with my calendula, and they are all starting to die off now. Obviously, the more you keep chopping the heads off, the more the flowers are growing. But a lot of the plants are starting to die back now. They're starting to struggle, and especially with how dry it is. So I've been going around saving all them seeds again. And calendula, like wildfire, I can't really say it, wildflower. So what they'll do is that they'll produce the seeds on top of the where the flowers were, and more often than not, they'll drop the seeds everywhere. So you'll get millions more flowers growing everywhere. I don't mind calendula; they're absolutely glorious. They can grow wherever they want. The bees absolutely love them, and the colours on them, they like yellows, oranges. It's absolutely beautiful. So I've been going around collecting them as well, because we've got a wild area on our allotment site, and I'm going to sprinkle them in there next year and hopefully add a bit of colour to it, because we've got all trees and bushes up there, and it'd be nice if I added some colour and get some flowers growing and make it look beautiful. Again, free seeds, why not? And another one, alliums. Alliums are all producing beautiful seed heads at the moment. I've been walking around everywhere and I'm spotting them in wild areas. And alliums are expensive to buy, and obviously they're producing part of the onion family, and they produce like a ball on top of seeds. So why not collect all the seeds out of them and plant them and grow them yourself, ready for next year? They might not produce the flowers next year, but they'll certainly take a couple of years to get growing, and you can have some free alliums. And that's the thing with a lot of wildflowers, is that you can take the seed heads off and you can save the seeds and you can sprinkle them and get even more flowers growing in your gardens and the allotments, especially with like poppies. Poppies are beautiful. They're absolutely glorious. They don't last forever, the flower head, but they're absolutely gorgeous. All you need to do is take that pod off the top, cut it off, let it dry out, and then sprinkle the seeds everywhere. You can even sprinkle them this year and they'll come next year when they start growing. But yeah, save the seeds off all your flowers and save money. Fill gaps in. Attract as many bees and insects to your garden as possible. That is a main thing that you should all be doing. And I really do encourage people, if you have an allotment, to grow flowers on the allotment, because the amount of bees that I've had buzzing around on my plot this year is unbelievable. I can't believe how many bees I've actually got coming round on my plot. It's amazing. I'm no longer scared of bees. If one flew into my flat, I'd be scared because I don't want them in my living room or flat. But when I'm on the allotment, they just buzz around and enjoy themselves, and it's amazing to see. And the amount of produce that I've had, fruit and vegetables, because the bees have been there pollinating them, it's been phenomenal. So definitely have a look around, get looking at seeds. A lot of places are selling seeds off now. Have a look at flower seeds. Even go for a walk and see if there's any flowers growing around. You more often than not see poppies growing where they shouldn't be growing and stuff like that, because the seed heads have burst and they just pop up everywhere. So have a look around, see what poppies you can get, save the seed heads and get growing them next year. Free seeds for everyone. Just sprinkle them in in garden areas and stuff like that, just to make the place a bit more colourful and bright. There's so many gardens out there now that are just full of plastic lawn, plastic plants, everything. The bees will struggle without the flowers, and we will have to go around pollinating everything ourselves, and we really don't want that. So we need to increase these bees. So keep on doing the good work, keep on growing flowers and making some colour in your gardens and your allotments. If you've not followed this podcast, do click the follow, and then you'll get notified when the new podcast comes up. So until next time, remember, keep smiling, keep gardening, and keep listening to Gardening with Ben's podcasts.